What is up, guys? Sonduren Canadian rider. I have my 2009 Lexus IS250 here, and I'm going to be showing you how to properly replace the rear bumper reflectors. You can see on this car, unfortunately, I was in a parking lot, and this is why you always park far away in parking lots. Somebody came, hit my car from behind. It was just a mistake. It's an accident. Things happen in life, but cracked the reflector, damaged the bumper, as you can see here. So I'm going to be showing you how to properly go ahead, replace this reflector so you can go back safely on the road. So number one, let's talk about the tools you need. So it's very easy to go ahead and do this. Don't struggle without using the right tools. Ratchet, 10 mil, you'll want this. Obviously the light, I will link something in the description box down below. You can go ahead and get this replacement. Or if you want to get LED lights, I will also link those in the description box as well. So you have that here. Here's the replacement. It's pretty cheap. You want some gloves. Listen, your hands are gonna get scratched and nicked up. I hate that. I wear gloves. These are very thin, so you still have dexterity, but get some sort of gloves. Painter's tape. We're gonna wanna protect some of the paint on here, so I'll show you what to do with this. And then we'll want a flathead screwdriver and a Phillips. But that's all you need to go ahead and get this replaced. So we'll go ahead and start off with the first steps to go ahead and do this the proper way. So the first thing we want to do is, number one, I'm going to open up the trunk. That's a good first step. Open up the trunk here. We know we're going to be taking off the bumper. What I want to do is go ahead and basically tape around the body of the bumper here because I don't want to scratch anything. There's going to be clips that are going to be coming off from the bumper. So we just want to basically tape around all this. So I'm going to go ahead and do that very simply, very quickly, like so, if I can get this tape out. And in Canada, it's freezing, so you really can't do anything without some stuff happening where the cold is just making it much harder. So I'm just going to be basically putting in the painter's tape here like this. Again, we're just trying to reduce the amount of damage potentially that may happen when we remove the bumper. This is where I'm gonna wear those gloves. I like these gloves because I hate when I wear gloves and I lose dexterity. So I still keep the dexterity here. Flathead screwdriver, you're gonna come over here. So I'm actually gonna get a smaller flathead. So this is a big flathead. I'm gonna get a smaller one. You're essentially gonna take out these two stops here on your rear bumper. So you'll have one here and one on the right side. So let me get a right size flathead. Okay, so just got this here. Very small little flathead. That'll go right in here. And we'll pop up this cap. That's it. So that pops out and we'll go pop out the other one. That's it. So once you have these caps off, you're gonna take that 10 mil socket and you're gonna go ahead and just remove this. So on both sides, this is gonna be one of the main bolts that are holding the bumper in. And just like that. Oh, can't hand do the rest. There we go. We're at the bottom of the bumper, and what you're gonna see now is 1, 2, 3, 4 clips. This fourth clip looks a little bit damaged on mine, but all we're gonna do is replace or pop out the clips where it's being held from the bumper. So it's the furthest left and furthest right clip. So left and right, we're gonna go ahead and pop those out. So I actually have the bigger screwdriver here to go ahead and pop these clips. Mine seem to be really stubborn. Yours might be too, so you might have to give these a little bit of a hard wiggle. All right, there we go. It took a bit of effort, but these are the clips here. You can see it's older. Damaged it just a bit, but that's okay. Honestly, that's to be expected. It should work going back in. But let's go ahead and we're gonna do the same thing on the left-hand side. Left-hand side clip is just completely mangled. Like, who did this? So now that we got those clips out, there's two more here nuts that are 10 mil that we're gonna have to remove. This is on the far left and far right of the bumper, right by the tire. The tire's right here. So just here are those two. That's 10 mil. We're gonna go ahead, take out our 10 mil, and we are gonna put that in, and we're just gonna remove this screw. Make sure we're on lefty-loosey. And again, these are a bit rusted. That's okay. There you go. So we're gonna do this for this side and the other side. And maybe we'll also clean this up just a little bit. The last 10 mils that we have to remove are at the top. So we just removed here at the bottom, those two 10s on each side. There's one more here. You're gonna have to pull the felt liner out just a bit. And if you come in a little bit closer, I'm gonna show you that the 10 mil is actually right over here. So you'll be able to see it. You just open up the felt liner a little bit. You'll see the 10 mil. We're gonna go in there and go ahead and remove it. Okay, so it's a little bit tight, but once you're in, you can crack it. Careful for your rim so you don't damage it. All right, so this is loose. It's out. Got it. There you go. We're gonna do the same thing on the other side, and the main parts of the bumper have been removed. So we have all the bolts removed. Now the tricky part is getting the tabs off of them. You may feel like, depending on the sounds that are gonna happen, we're gonna see that it may feel like it's breaking, but this is the way you have to do it. You have to essentially pull it down and the tabs should release from the car. And I'm doing this with you in real time. Oh, see, I told you, that sounded like something was gonna break, and it felt like something was gonna break, but you can see, you pull it off, this is the tab that comes out, and then now we're just going to slowly work our way, pulling the bumper tabs off. See, I'm just using my fingers now, just gently, like, just rock it like this. This is the way, oh, there it goes, see? So just do that nice rocking motion. So this bumper has come off now, which is great. And I'm gonna continue doing this across the bumper. Now, one more thing I'm gonna do, because the bumper's gonna come down, touch the floor here, I'm just gonna get some microfiber towels just to put it down so it doesn't scratch the paint. So let me go do that. Okay, this is the most pathetic amount of microfiber towels to help protect this, but it should do the job. It's gonna stay on one spot. That should be okay. So put my gloves back on here. Again, going around, oh, so it's already coming down that way. Release it here again. So the wiggling, the pulling down. Okay. Come back here. So there's only one clip holding this now here. I know the entire bumper is gonna come down. So I'm just gonna gently wiggle. And that's it. And the bumper's off. Okay. Lay it on the microfibers. That actually worked pretty well. That actually worked really well. That's perfect. Okay, the bumper's off. Wow, thing's pretty old. Now we're gonna get to replacing the reflector. Honestly, taking this off was pretty easy. I think you'll find that it was pretty easy. This is the side with the broken reflector. There's a tab here. We're gonna go ahead, take out this tab, and that's it. So that's all you need to do with the screwdriver. Now the tab flipped open, and I'm going to simply take the reflector out from the other side. And there you go. So it was already broken in half. So I just took that off, and then now, oh, then there's the screw as well. So you also need to take off this screw, which is a Phillips, I believe. So on top of this tab, when you take that off, you're also gonna remove this Phillips. So I'll put that in here. It's really rusted. You can barely even see it. Oh, it is really rusted. Really rusted, but there it goes. It's coming out. That's it. This is the broken reflector. Goodbye, old reflector. Now we're gonna put in the new one, which is right here. So simple. I'm actually going to lift up the bumper so you could see how this looks. So This is where the old reflector came off. And there's some damage here on the paint, which I'm also gonna correct. So if you haven't already seen in my previous videos, I have videos on how to fix this type of damage on your paint. I'm gonna give you a little preview of how I'm gonna fix that here on the Lexus, but make sure you subscribe. Also check out those videos as well. I'll make sure I link it in the card above. But very simple. We're gonna go ahead and put the reflector back in here, like so. And we're gonna screw it back in, just like this. So with the new reflector here, again, you wanna make sure when you stick it in, you're gonna see the tab. Okay, that tab has to connect back out here again, like the previous one. It's gonna slot into place, and you're gonna press. There's a little bit of a gap in the reflector. You're gonna have to press down. And once that's done, you're gonna take the screw and screw the reflector back into the bumper. So I'm holding it with my other finger on the other side where the reflector sits, and now we're screwing it back in. The reflector is in. So you can see here, the reflector back installed. Still with the damaged side. Once I actually put this back onto the car, I'll go ahead and polish all this out, but pretty simple. Now it's fixed. The reflector costs like $20, not that expensive, and maybe this took 25 minutes of my time. So again, if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you also hit that like button, and there's tons more Lexus videos I have. This car is a tank, over 350,000 kilometers at this point. I don't think it'll ever break down. It'll just have these little things that you need to go ahead and maintain and fix. And make sure also, if this is a lesson, always park far away from people wherever you go. So again, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.